It is an abject lie that many smart political theorists have told the American population time and time again. North Korean workers in China kill factory owner. I do not know. Wait, what?
What did a gentleman tell me tonight?
Tom like a Tom. God damn. Thank you for the 10 gifted. My Bourbon Gamer. Thank you for the 5 gifted. What's happening? What the fuck? They're airdropping. They're airdropping aid. Humanitarian aid into the chat. I watched this react, lived all the way up.
He said, oh, I'm so happy to be here. You know your television is dying.
Thank you, more XD.
I said, I am aware, and in fact, I'm contributing to it. You're welcome. I did have such a good time last week doing the program, and then everybody, Comedy Central was like, oh, what are you going to do this week? And I was like, wait, this week? I did already. I did it Monday. What am I, a cyborg? Come on. But I don't mind because, quite frankly, the response to the first show last Monday was universally glowing.
Jon Stewart is facing massive backlash from Democrats over his comments about Joe Biden. Oberman tweeted, well, after 9 years away, there's nothing else to say to the both side is fraud Jon Stewart bashing Biden, except please make it another 9 years. Christy Jackson tweeted, sorry, but I won't be watching you either.
Okay. Maybe not universal. But that was on Twitter. Everything on Twitter gets a backlash. I've seen Twitter tell labradoodles to go themselves. Labradoodles. I just think it's better to deal head on with what's an apparent issue to people. I mean, we're just talking here.
And Mary Trump tweeting, not only is Stewart's both sides are the same rhetoric not funny, it's a potential disaster for democracy.
It's one show. It was just one show. It was 20 minutes. I did 20 minutes of one show. But I guess, as the famous saying goes, democracy dies in discussion. But look, I have sinned against you. I'm sorry. It was never my intention to say out loud what I saw with my eyes and...
Don't do it, John. Don't respond to the fucking haters, dog. It's not going to help. It's only going to hurt, big dog. Don't do it.
And brain. I can do better. I can have learning. I can have it. But I don't even know where to start with that. Where do I go to study the particulars of unquestioning propaganda? I would need mentorship.
We're in Moscow tonight. We're here to interview the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin.
Saints be praised. For Professor Tucker, Aloysius Mayflower, Kenny Bunkport, Backgammon Carlson III has arrived. Professor, tell me, what is step one in delivering world-class fealty to power?
Here's why we're doing it. First, because it's our job. We're in journalism.
Lie about what your job is.
We're in journalism. Our duty is to inform people.
Lie about what your duty is.
Americans have a right to know all they can about a war they're implicated in. Freedom of speech is our birthright. We were born with the right to say what we believe.
Oh, shit.
Except for things that I disagree with. Because if I disagree with them, then, you know, you should go to jail and maybe die. You should go to a jail that kills you. Like Navalny did.
Kudos, Sensei. That was deep. I have much to learn. Disguise your deception and capitulation to power as noble and moral and based in freedom. Yes, master. Just out of curiosity, as a student, when you're sitting there interviewing Putin and you don't plan to challenge his utter bullshit, but you don't want to really be that obvious, what do you do with your face? Oh, I see. Okay, so it's not really a straight face as much as you try to convey a mixture of what appears to be shame, arousal, and I'm going to say irregularity. For instance, like you're constipated while jerking off to a Sears catalog. Been there, haven't you? The guy up there is like.
Elden Ring, first trailer for Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree will be revealed in 16 hours. Oh my God. Oh, let's fucking go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Jon Stewart lost all there is from last week. I mean, this is fine. Shitting on Tucker Carlson for the Pootie Poo interview, which I have a hard time calling an interview at all, and more so like a suck sesh, like a deep suck sesh, like a really good one. You know what I mean? I think that is valid.
Well, the lingerie ads were. Now, obviously, Tucker's strategy is going to work when there's some ambiguity in what Putin says. But what if Putin starts saying shit like, World War II was Poland's fault because they forced Hitler to invade them? I mean, what do you do with something like that? That's going to be hard.
That was awesome. Okay. No. That's wrong. I personally thought that was probably the greatest tactical thing you could do is when all else fails, blame Poland. What are they going to do? They don't have internet. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm coming for that r/Poland smoke, dude. When all else fails, blame Poland. Okay? It don't matter. No matter what.
And this territory was transferred to Poland, and instead of Danzig, a city of Dansk emerged. Hitler asked them to give it amicably, but they refused.
Of course.
That was wild.
Of course. You know, it's so hard to do when your face says, what the f***? And your mouth says, of course. It's so hard to hold. How do you, all right. How do you do that? By the way, Poland started World War II. Why would a country whose Navy has submarines with screen doors want to instigate a war? Quick history lesson. Years ago, for reasons nobody is really sure of, a stereotype emerged that Polish people were inept in various ways, including, obviously, submarine manufacturing, and even something as simple as the changing of a light bulb. I don't know actually how many Polish people you think it takes to change a light bulb, but it's certainly less than the conventional wisdom at that time would tell you.
Yes.
Now we know.
Yes. Yes. Okay, very good. Yes.
That Polish people are as smart as anyone and certainly did not deserve to be invaded by the Germans, who, of course, accomplished that by marching in backwards, so the Poles thought they were leaving. Well,
yes. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I take it. This is good. This is good.
Well, this has been an incredible primer into the delicate dance of speaking, of course, to power. Tell me, Tucker, does this...
Have you seen that your haters unironically believe that you're an aggressive anti-Polish racist? Yes, we have decided long ago that if we hate someone, they are not capable of making jokes. They are not capable of saying something for the ha-has, okay? Everything that we hate, everyone that we hate is incapable of making jokes. There's no way. It's always serious, and we must take it super seriously, and we must always act like it's the most serious statement of all time. Okay? Yeah. It's also funny because it's almost always done by people who say the N-word as white guys. Okay? White guys who love saying the N-word love taking any fucking like classic cliche joke super seriously and freak out about it. We're going to get back to the Daily Show video now with Tucker Carlson and Jon Stewart.
To return it and not just bring it to your homeless encampment.
I know I've said this before. You're such a dick. Now, I didn't realize. Really, truly, like a dick. I didn't realize America's homeless problem is caused entirely by easy access to grocery carts. I had all my stuff in my house, but I didn't know I could just put it on wheels. It's so much easier.
This is the grocery cart escalator. This is designed, I'm figuring this out now, where the wheels don't move, they lock on the grocery cart escalator. Look, Ma, no hands.
Okay, Forrest. An escalator for the grocery cart, and the doors open automatically. Oh, Mother Russia.
Russia is famous for its bread, which is one thing I can assess pretty well. Look at that. It's fresh, too. Look at that. Oh, come on.
That was weird as fuck to like try and smell it over the fucking plastic.
This guy really likes bread. I hate to think what would have happened if he had found a bagel. But hey, if being a free speech warrior means you have to bang the occasional sourdough, Nostrovia. But our time is limited. Could you drive home the purpose of your deception on this trip in the most cynical way possible, please?
We didn't pay any attention to costs as we were just putting in the cart what we would actually eat over a week. And we all came in around $400, about $400. It was $104 US here. And coming to a Russian grocery store, the heart of evil, and seeing what things cost and how people live, it will radicalize you against our leaders. That's how I feel anyway, radicalized.
Radicalized. And it will radicalize you unless you understand basic economics. See, $104 for groceries sounds like a great bargain unless you realize Russians earn less than $200.
I said the exact same things, holy shit, but I guess it's like pretty basic. Oh my God. Poland is repeating the mistakes of the West, but is not yet lost. Stop mass migration, legal and illegal. Hot Polish takes on YouTube, Polish Connection on Telegram. There is nothing funnier to me than having like some fucking racist ass, nationalist ass Polish account lose their fucking mind over the tamest of like Polish jokes. Because like, if your account description says stop mass migration, legal and illegal, Poland is repeating the mistakes of the West, but is not yet lost. Okay? I don't even want to know what you think about black people. Okay? Get off the one shared fucking computer. It's time for CD Projekt Red to make yet another banger that will inevitably be 35% of the Polish economy. Don't fucking talk to me. You are taking up valuable computer time from the one shared computer in the country. Right-wingers are so goddamn fucking annoying they are somehow even more annoying than the SJWs that they used to shit on. Oh my fucking Lord. They're such crybabies. They are such unimaginable fucking crybabies. Oh my God. Okay, Hasan, weird take, bro. That is not a weird take at all. Suck my dick. These guys all back in like 2014, 2015 constantly used to chirp about how like SJWs on the left are constantly crying. They're such relentless babies, okay? About every little thing. They're constantly getting fucking triggered about every little thing. And now they do that, okay? And they do that in the worst direction possible. Because at least SJW snowflakes were correct in their assessments in many of the instances. And when they're not correct, I yell at them all the time, like rad libs that take it too far, that are fucking annoying, okay? They just like hate fun. And it's so strange that right-wingers basically do the exact same shit and they're wrong.
A week. But that's the kind of context that what did you call yourself earlier? A journalist would have provided. But here's the reality. You f***ing know all this because you aren't as dumb as your face would have us believe. Perhaps if your handlers had allowed, you would have seen there is a hidden fee to your cheap groceries and orderly streets. Ask Alexei Navalny or any of his supporters.
In Vladimir Putin's Russia, political repression is everywhere. And hundreds have been arrested for daring to honor Navalny so publicly.
Right. Because the difference between our urinal-caked, chaotic subways and your candelabred, beautiful subways is the literal price of freedom. But the goal that Carlson and his ilk are pushing is that there's really no difference between our systems. In fact, theirs might be a little bit better. The question is, why? Why is Tucker doing this? Here's why. It's because the old civilizational battle was communism versus capitalism. That's what drove the world since World War II. Russia was the enemy then. But now they think the battle is woke versus unwoke. And in that fight, Putin is an ally to the right. He's their friend. Unfortunately, he is also a brutal and ruthless dictator. So now they have to make Americans a little more comfortable with that. I mean, liberty is nice, but have you seen Russia's shopping carts? And Tucker would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling assassins.
In a statement to the New York Times, Carlson said, quote, "It is horrifying what happened to Navalny. The whole thing is barbaric and awful. No decent person would defend it."
Correct. No decent person would. For more on... Oh, please enjoy your car. For more on Tucker Carlson's interview with Putin, we turn to our own Michael Costa. Michael, let's talk. Michael, first of all, what an unbelievably embarrassing display of sycophancy from...
It's like a weird analysis to make, in my opinion, because it's like America is trailing along maybe like 10 years behind on the kleptocracy demonstrated by the Russian oligarchs, that you could basically point to one singular figure as the responsible party for. But like, our structure is heading down that path at an alarming clip. Like, Putin is a liberal. Okay? He is. People just often conflate liberalism with being devoid of any kind of autocratic governance, which is not correct. It's incorrect. He is. The problem is, Putin is a capitalist. Russia is a capitalist country. It is a bourgeois country. It has nothing, like, People literally think neoliberalism or liberalism means that there's a small government, and don't realize that neoliberalism was first most effectively implemented by a fucking military dictatorship. A person that was our guy, Pinochet. It's so dumb. It is an abject lie that many smart political theorists have told the American population time and time again. And while I'm talking about this, there's still dumb fucks in here. Hasan claims to be a socialist, but his bank account determined that to be a lie. Yes, dude. So fucking genuflect. Okay? I am your father. If the bigger number is the better person, if you worship the altar of capitalism, then you should be you should be gracious. You should be grateful. You should be so excited that I noticed you, a much better person than you. Okay? Socialism equals poor. Capitalism equals rich. So why have you not taken the fucking knee? Take the knee. Bow down to your superior. Anyway.
From Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what that means, John, so I'm going to assume you loved it as much. It made me think that these dictatorships have gotten a bad rap, which is why I've traveled here to North Korea, and as you can see, it's amazing.
Oh.
It looks like you're in a candy store.
Well, I am, but this is what the entire country looks like, I'm told. It's a paradise of chocolate bars and sugar canes. I mean, John, check this out. This bucket of gummy worms here in Pyongyang, it costs a nickel. Do you have any idea how much this would cost me in the so-called United States?
I don't know, like $20, I guess. Is that...
Yeah. And who can afford that besides capitalistic American pedophiles, okay? And just look at the technology they have here, John. Check out this amazing contraption. You put a quarter, and look what comes out, a gumball. Oh, death to America, John.
You need to come home, Michael.
Okay, well, I'd like to, John, but unfortunately I renounced my citizenship in exchange for these gummy worms. Now, look, they made them sour on the outside, and on the inside, they're sweet. And until America comes up with that, all right, how do we say goodbye in our language?
Michael Costa, everybody. Michael!
I mean, it's like, it's lame because it's like kind of hacky. Does that make sense? It's like, I mean, I don't care. Like, there is a way. I mean, I make fun of like left book communists that fucking would do that kind of shit about North Korea, to be like, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, they eat burgers every day because eating burger is the sign of prosperity. Wait, what is this? Laura Ingraham try to push back on Trump?
Speaking of that, how are you going to make sure that mail-in ballots and voter fraud, which we heard from...
Wait, is this happening right now?
Faucets where no water comes out. You know, if you go and buy a home, and they know what I mean, the shower is just